Hey Kenra, what's up? This is your brand ambassador, Lo Wheeler, and I'm so excited to jump into this tutorial, taking a beautiful brunette and adding dimensional smoky ashy pops. We're gonna focus on the interior sections and underneath where there's a lot of darkness and virgin hair. We're gonna start with diagonal sections moving behind each ear, and we're gonna pop in a subtle weave in the middle section as well. 30 volumes is my favorite for dark hair. We're gonna use medium to fine weaves, and I've pulled up all the little baby hairs around her nape and hairline. You can't leave those out or there'll be these like little dark patches underneath, so I make sure to get them before I move into my main section. And it's just a really heavy weave. Moving into the middle section, I don't want to forget right underneath her ponytail area, so I'm going to feather up my foils and move on to the right side. So with this level 3 and 4 hair, we need to use 30 volume just so that we can get this really nice beige effect in her tonality. If you use 20 volume, it may take quite a bit longer to have the hair lift to a pure tone. So I just want to increase the chances of that going much faster by using my 30 volume with my blue powder lightener. It's gonna get me to my goal so much faster. And when we go to tone her out, it'll be so pure and cool and ashy. That's definitely our goal. In between these foils, you're seeing me take some in-between sections and tease and tip out. This makes sure that it looks as soft as possible and like the hair color has been stone washed throughout time. And it's just my preference for a more of a balayage type of effect, even when applying foils. So now I'm working up towards the back area, repeating my pattern and placement. I'm just getting as much hair as possible in these pickups so that, I'm working smarter, not harder. If you take one teeny tiny little ribbon at a time, you'll be there forever. And she actually had the most of her hair was in the back of her head. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm picking up as much as I can without compromising the amount of lift I'm able to achieve. Just for a little added detail, I'm picking up and balayaging over any highlights that I was not able to put into foils that we want to just lift up a slight half shade. So this is just detail work. Now we're moving on to the sides and underneath interior of each side of the head and adding a little bit of dimension. This is a softer weave because she already has some color in the front, and our objective today was to just add character and dimension without necessarily going blonder. I'm just working in and making sure I'm saturating and getting a really thorough application in each foil as I work up each side of the head. And the strands are getting daintier and daintier the more closer I get to the face. And now I'm continuing to work off of diagonal angles to keep the softest placement. Now I'm teasing some additional pieces for a heavier effect, but it's still gonna be super soft overall. And again, with my detail work, I always like to add a little bit of extra character around the hairline. So we're doing the hairline last because she has a lot of fragile pieces. And again, we don't wanna overlap too much in areas that are fragile. She has a little bit of breakage in these areas, so I'm very careful not to overlap. And just feathering up super softly into the scalp. And now we're picking up some supportive sections to really enhance her money piece. That's something that we discussed as being a really important thing that she wanted to see in her hair. So I am staggering foils in order to give her strength in the front. Now that we're at the top, we actually decided that we didn't need to add the dimension after all, and we didn't want to cause any further breakage. We were planning to do a deep shadow and it wasn't necessary. Here is our beautiful ashy poppy end result. The super soft money piece. It is like amazing how much dimension that you can add while still keeping the hair rich, subtle, and deep. We didn't want to go lighter, and I just felt that this character added so much to her end result.